The Corriedale fleece is very greasy. Some sheep breeds don't have a lot of grease, but the Corriedale is a merino cross, and when it's heavily greased, you have to use really hot water to wash it, because otherwise the lanolin doesn't dissolve. So I'm going to take hot water from my tap that's as hot as I can get it from my hot water tank. It's about 120 degrees. So we want it really hot, and in order to dissolve the grease, we have to have lots of soap. So I generally use a soft, pure soap. Now this is the raw fleece, and it's pretty stinky at this point, so I'll just see how much I can get into the hot water. Now we don't do any scrubbing when we're washing wool, because if we scrub, we'll probably produce felt. So all we're doing is putting the wool in and letting it soak. The heat and the large quantity of soap will dissolve the lanolin. Okay, so the sheep's wool is white, of course, but we if we want to add color, we can add some vegetable matter, make a dye stock out of vegetable matter. And this is, these are onion skins that have been collected. These are the hard outer skins of the onion bulb when it's dried. So I've got a pot of hot water here. Just put them into boiling water and simmer them for an hour. Okay? Okay, so earlier this morning I made a batch of onion skin dye bath, or dye stock, and it has also been on the stove warming up in preparation for dyeing. Now, natural dyes are more permanent on wool if you add a mordant. It acts as kind of a glue to stick the dye to the fiber. And this is going to be left for an hour, again on a simmer, about 90 degrees, 90 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. But you don't want the wool to actually boil, because it will cause it to felt a little bit. We don't want that to happen. And I'll set a timer. Once the wool is washed, I want to remove any impurities from it, anything that could affect the nice evenness of the yarn. So I use the dog comb to remove anything that I don't want. And then I hand card the wool into rolags for hand spinning. Okay, so these bits that I've just been combing a little bit, I'm going to put them on the hand cards. Okay, and that's what you spin. That's how you spin it. And when you're spinning with a rolag, you want to keep the fiber formation in the sort of circular pattern, so that you trap lots of air in the yarn. It makes for a nice woolen yarn. This is what's called the traditional long woolen draw, and it's specifically for using hand-carded rolags. Makes for a nice soft preparation. And the trick is to get it just enough twist in to hold the yarn together, but not too much that it makes it harsh. Once the yarn is spun onto the bobbin, sometimes I'll just take the yarn off and make it into a ball so that I can make a two-ply yarn with 2 strands. This is a quick and easy way to do it. I'm putting 2 strands of the single yarns together now, and I'm going to twist them together in a direction opposite in which they were spun. So the wheel turned to the right to give me my single twist, and now the wheel is turning to the left to ply the yarns together. Okay, this is, the tool's called a niddy-noddy because it kind of goes back and forth, do you see? Niddy-noddy. And I'm winding the yarn onto it to form a skein. And that's what you use for weaving. So you can see you can get quite a variety of colors just from one dye plant. And that's the onion skins. These are our shuttles for weaving, and each one contains a different color that I have obtained from onion skins. This is the warp, and again all these yarns have been dyed with onion skins using different mordants and different dye bath intensities.